Chairman, before I testify on my own behalf, I'd like to make a presentation to the committee. We have about 400 witness forms that were filled out. This map represents the location of the witnesses in support of this bill. There were two that were in opposition to it. I'll read both of them. And I might say too that we will be emailing you a link so that you can view the testimony from each of these 400 and some odd witnesses online. Many of them took the time to make some very informed statements that I think you'll find interesting. For the record, my name is Ron Calzone. I'm one of the directors of Missouri First. We advocate for constitutional governance. We believe that the primary job of the Missouri government is to protect the rights of the people. Article 1, Section 2 says that. It's the principal office of government, the chief design, to protect the rights. And Senator Lamping's bill does exactly that. The Affordable Care Act was passed through, as we know, many nefarious means. I think you might even say by hook or crook it was passed. And here Senator Lamping has found a way to use the Affordable Care Act against itself. We can't go back and we can't undo some of the shenanigans that were pulled in its passage. But we have here what I call thwartification, a way to thwart Obamacare with itself. And we can do it through legal means. I think Mr. Lemke pointed out that the Obamacare decision itself provides a path for fighting Obamacare. There's another lawsuit that I'd like to point to your attention to, though. It was from 1997. It was Mack and Prinz versus the United States of America. And in that decision, the U.S. Supreme Court said that states do not have to participate in the enactment or the implementation of federal laws that they don't like. It's the state's prerogative to resist by not participating. And we also know that the Affordable Care Act was passed with the support of a number of the large insurance companies, which are gobbling up the smaller insurance companies. And they did so because they recognized that there was going to be a big payback for them at the end of the line. In fact, there's a November 2013 Forbes article that says Obamacare has a honeypot to buy insurance company support. And then more recently in the Insurance Networking News, another article entitled Obamacare's Outrageous Bailout for Insurers. So the insurance companies that were complicit or actually participating in passing this great affront to free enterprise and the American people's sovereignty, they deserve to be held accountable. This bill does that.
Very good. Senator Munslinger, first up.
Thank you. When you first came up, you said personally, I didn't know if you were presenting testimony personally, but then you said you were with Missouri First.
Yeah, yes.
The testimony is for Missouri First.
My testimony, I am one of the directors of Missouri First, so I'll identify myself.
Are you a registered lobbyist?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not required to be a registered
I
lobbyist.
wasn't for sure because when you were up by the dais there, by the chairman, you said personally, and then later you sit down and said Missouri First. I want to know how to write it down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony. Anyone else to support Senate Bill 546?
I will be brief because there's not much more I can add. My name is Phil Todd. I'm a resident of Callaway County, Missouri. 72% of Missourians had the wisdom to recognize the train wreck that the Affordable Care Act was going to be and the way that it was forced down our throats. And I think that we have proven our wisdom to prove that this is becoming even more of a train wreck than most people could even fathom. And it's up to the state to protect the citizens of the state and protect their constitutional rights against unwarranted federal intrusions. And the Supreme Court's given us a vehicle to be able to find ways around this or to make it a little bit more palatable. One of the statements that Congressman Speaker John Boehner mentioned last week was that Obamacare is settled law. But I don't really believe there's anything such as settled law, because we could say that immigration is settled law, but yet they're seeking to change it. And then there's a variety of other laws out there that are constantly being tweaked. So there's no reason why this shouldn't be tweaked, if not just completely abolished. So that's all I have to say, and I thank you for what you're doing.
Very good. Any questions of this witness? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony. Anyone else? Senate Bill 546.
Mr. Chairman, in honor of your time, I'm going to concur, and I just want to go on the record that my name is Mitch Hubbard, as being in support of this message, and I want to thank the Senator for sponsoring that.
Good. Good to see you again, Mitch. Any questions? Seeing none. Anyone else in support of 546? Anyone in opposition to Senate Bill 546?